From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeanelle Slade. A twist to our top story. Tonight, a Billings family and friends look to remember a son and send a message about gun safety. This as Billings police release a statement saying the 19-year-old's death is now classified as a homicide. We need to clarify, at this hour, police say no charges have been filed and no arrests have been made in this case. Assistant Coroner Deputy Rich Hoffman confirmed today that 19-year-old Kane Streitz died of a single gunshot wound to his head. The shooting happened Friday afternoon on the rims off of Highway 3 near Southview Drive and the Water Tower. Now, police say when they arrived on scene, they found Streitz unconscious with a life-threatening gunshot wound. Police questioned and then released another 19-year-old man on scene. Well, today, Billings Police Lieutenant Brandon Woolley tells us when someone dies at the hands of another, it is considered a homicide investigation. Detectives will continue to investigate and then turn the case over to the county attorney to determine any charges. And yesterday, a final walk of honor was held at St. Vincent Healthcare for Streitz. His parents, Elder Tracy Starr and Heather Starr, walked with their son in his last moments before his organs and tissues were donated. In a social media post today, Starr said his son will help 75 to 100 people find life through his donation. Before his son was taken into the operating room, Elder Starr prayed.
Even in death, we was thinking of someone else. Father, we thank you for that. We thank you for the staff here at the hospital. We thank you for the first responders, law enforcement, everybody that was there for our son. But on this day, we give him back to his creator. This I ask in your son's name. Amen.
Amen. Now, the family has set up a memorial on the Billings Rims near where Streitz was shot. Tonight at 7 p.m., a flashlight vigil to honor their son and stress the importance of gun safety will be held in that location. The family will have a celebration of life followed by a car parade to Dillard's, where the group will close with a prayer. And the family asks that people dress for the cold weather and to please wear a mask. Well, a suspect is now behind bars after reports of an attempted abduction in Lockwood this afternoon, followed by a dangerous chase on I-94. The Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office says in a social media post that after the attempted abduction, deputies learned the suspect was in a stolen vehicle out of Billings. They located that vehicle in Huntley and a chase ensued on I-94. The suspect allegedly attempted to ram law enforcement vehicles and even drove the wrong way on the interstate. The vehicle was stopped with spike strips near the Pompey's Pillar exit, and the suspect apprehended after a short foot chase. Now, the name of the suspect and no further details about the attempted abduction have been released. Well, as COVID-19 cases around the world surpass 1 million today, state health authorities report another 11 COVID-19 related deaths here in Montana. Close to home, 3 of those deaths are in Carbon County, 2 in Yellowstone and 1 in Rosebud County. The total victims in Yellowstone County is now at 177, and statewide 1,180 people have died. More than 87,000 Montanans have recovered. Communities all across the state and country are coping with a shortage of COVID-19 vaccine, but even with the limited number, how is Yellowstone County doing with its vaccination plan? Is it effective? And is it legal to force employees to get vaccinated? Well, those are all questions that the Billings Chamber of Commerce hopes to address this week. The Chamber will hold a special community town hall meeting on Thursday. Leaders hope to address the current plan as well as any legal considerations for businesses and employees. And if you remember the survey Riverstone Health asked citizens to take recently, the Chamber wants to dig into its results and get community input. Now, that meeting will be held over Zoom at 2 p.m. on Thursday. The public is invited to register beforehand. We have a link for information on how to do that on our website. Well, new job numbers are out and they look promising. Despite the uncertainty of the economy and the pandemic, officials report Montana's unemployment rate has dropped. The Department of Labor says Montana's unemployment rate fell to 4.4% in December. That's down from 4.6% in November. Businesses are reporting the addition of 400 new jobs over the last month, with job gains in construction, retail, and healthcare. At the end of 2020, Montana recorded adding roughly 4,800 new jobs. Montana's unemployment rate remains lower than the national average of 6.7%. In a surprising move today, the Montana House reversed itself from yesterday and voted down a bill that would have prohibited certain medical treatments for transgender youth in our state. On Monday, the House gave House Bill 113 debate stage approval on a 53-47 vote. But on the bill's final binding vote today, 4 additional Republicans voted no, leading to its rejection 49-51. Among those changing their vote to no was GOP Majority Leader Sue Vinton of Billings. House Bill 113 said anyone under 18 years old in Montana could not undergo sex change surgery or get certain medical treatments for a possible change in gender. Opponents said the bill discriminated against the transgender youth and interfered in personal medical decisions. The House is scheduled to take a final vote tomorrow on a separate bill that bars transgender student athletes from playing on sports teams different than their biological sex. Now, 18 Republicans and all 33 House Democrats voted no Tuesday on House Bill 113. Well, also in Helena, a bill that would expand where and how people could carry firearms has cleared another step. The Senate Judiciary Committee endorsed House Bill 102 on a 7-4 vote. The bill would allow people to carry concealed firearms in more places in Montana and limit college campuses' ability to regulate guns. During today's debate, committee members voted down a large amendment which would have allowed more restrictions on guns in courthouses and at university sports and entertainment events. It also would have removed a penalty for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit in a bar or restaurant. Now, supporters of the amendment say it addressed some concerns, but Democrats opposed all amendments, saying the bill has too many issues to move forward.
I'm afraid the bill is, without that amendment, will not get the support it deserves.
Even though there may be some rationale for some of them to be excluded, but if everybody wants out of it, then the whole bill should die.
House Bill 102 will now go to the full Senate for a vote. Well, Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney's vote to impeach President Trump has sparked a political firestorm against the third-ranking House Republican. In Washington, some Republican House members, including Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale, are circulating a petition calling for Cheney's removal as chair of the House Republican Conference. Well, in the latest development, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz says he plans to fly to Cheyenne this Thursday to campaign against Cheney. Now, Gaetz told reporters Monday that he's going to talk about the failed leadership of Liz Cheney within our party and the failed policies that she advocates for. Well, back in the Cowboy State, Cheney's controversial vote 2 weeks ago is attracting both support and condemnation. Former governors Matt Mead and Mike Sullivan have come to her defense, along with the powerful Wyoming Petroleum Association. But well-known Wyoming State Senator Anthony Bouchard has already announced plans to challenge Cheney if she decides to run again in 2 years. For her part, Cheney remains steadfast, telling Politico, "I'm not going anywhere. This is a vote of conscience." Montana's senior Senator Jon Tester will officially take over the gavel tomorrow as chairman of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. Tester, who has spent years serving and fighting to deliver quality care and benefits to Montana's veterans, said in a tweet, "I'm deeply honored to serve as chairman and look forward to continuing the committee's bipartisan work to hold VA accountable and deliver for our veterans." Well, there have been 2 very lucky lottery winners out of Billings recently, and they may not even know it. The Montana Lottery website says a winning Powerball ticket worth $1 million from this Saturday, January 23rd, is out of Billings at the 24th Street Cenex. Now, the lucky numbers from that drawing can be seen on your screen there. Cannot be seen on the screen there. You can find them at ktvq.com. Also, the Shake a Day winner on Tuesday, January 19th, with a grand prize of more than $11,000 is from the Winner's Circle here in Billings. Both winners have until late July to claim their prizes. Up next on tonight's MTN 530 News here on Q2, Home Sweet Home. A Billings family, after 3 long and emotional months away, has returned. The incredible story of strength, perseverance, and help next. And Checking Made Easy will highlight the need to weed out misinformation in just a bit.
No surprise with those flurries and the fog first thing this morning. We ended up 15 degrees colder than average today, and all that moisture, well, a bit of snow blowing around didn't add up to anything. We'll let you know if there's changes ahead with the forecast.